So what I thought might be appropriate for all of us, the theme, can I do that? The theme this morning is your relationship can work. Your relationship can work if you work at your relationship. Your relationship can work if you work at your my relationship can work if I work at my relation. My relationships can work if I work at my relationship. Some of you will say, yeah, but I've done everything I possibly can to make my relationship work and it's not working. There's attraction. There's attraction. You can't believe there's attraction, but there's no traction. I'm attracted to the person, but it just doesn't seem to have any gravity to it. And I'd like to say this is that there needs to be attraction in a relationship, a husband and wife relationship, a boy and girl relationship. It's necessary. It's very necessary. Do you want to translate? No, it'll take too long. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, and most of my friends here, I know them, and they can understand English. Thank you, very good of you. And I'll say that attraction's necessary, but it's not enough. I wish it was. I wish the relationship was just attraction, but it's not enough. And sometimes it's fatal in a relationship. Some of you will be saying, "Yeah, my relationships are not like they used to be." Especially in the beginning. You remember your relationships in the beginning? It was like all fireworks and exciting, etc., etc. And there was infatuation and there was all these beautiful feelings and emotions. But often that is short-lived, and we wonder what's going on. And in marriage and in a dating process with the future in mind, there must be romance. There has to be romance. I believe that God has designed us for healthy, growing, love-filled relationships. I'm going to say that again. I believe God has designed us for healthy, growing, love-filled relationships. And so that's why I can confidently say to all of you, and I do this a lot, that if our relationships can work if we work at our relationships. So here's my text this morning. It's out of Philippians chapter 1, verses 9 to 11. I'm going to read it from the New American Standard Version. It says this, and listen to this, and I pray this, that your love may abound still more and more in real knowledge and all discernment, I pray this, that your love will abound. You know what abound means? Just keep growing and moving more and more. It's a very unique line in the scriptures, this. It'll grow more and more. Your love will abound more and more in real knowledge and all discernment, so that you may approve the things that are excellent, in order to be sincere and blameless until the day of the Lord, having been filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Christ Jesus, to the glory and praise of God. I'm going to give you a different version so that it makes more sense to you this morning, but I do believe this, that the foundation of all relationships has to be love. It doesn't matter what we think it needs to be. God's design is that all relationships have a foundation of love. The foundation of a marriage relationship must be love. It mustn't be all the other stuff. The number one, numero uno, the most important thing about a relationship, I'm not that good at foreign languages, foundation has to be love. The foundation of a family must be love. A foundation of the church should never be the theology of the kingdom of God. It has to be love. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because love is the nature of God. Friendships are formed on a foundation of love. And you know, the truth is that our lives, regardless of where you're at, our lives reflect what's going on inside. Wherever you are, you take you. And what's going on inside is reflected, especially the people close to you. Jesus said like this, you're the light of the world, the salt of the earth. Wherever you are, something is reflected. And if you're mine, you'll reflect my love. If you're in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, all exciting and sexy and attraction and all that sort of stuff, all very exciting. But whatever's going on inside of you is seen by the people around you, especially the people closest to us. So I heard someone say this, I want to give to people the way I want to receive. I love that. I want to give. So I'm going to give super generously because I want a big present, if you know what I mean. I like to receive amazing, don't you? Hey? I like to receive amazing things. I never used to, but now I'm going for broke. I love it. I love that. So I'm going to give accordingly. Here's the deal. However you want to be loved is the way you should love. However we want to be loved is the way we should be loved. So let me read this text again from the Message version. It says this. And so this I pray, Eugene Peterson says on the same text. So this I pray, that your love will flourish and that you'll not only love much, but love well. Learn to love appropriately. You need to use your head and test your feelings so that your love is sincere and intelligent, not sentimental gush. I love this part, live a lover's life. Live a lover's life. Circumspect, exemplary. A life Jesus would be proud of. Bountiful in fruits from the soul, making Jesus Christ attractive to all, getting everyone involved in the glory and the praise of God. I'd like to suggest just a few things. And hopefully you can get this video and sit with an interpreter. And I'd like to suggest that love is spiritual. Love is spiritual. Paul said this, and I pray. To me, there's nothing more spiritual than prayer. And Paul prayed for relationships. And I pray that your love would abound more and more. Love is spiritual. And by spiritual, I mean should be Jesus-centered. Love should be held in God's grace. Love should be empowered by God's Spirit. Love is God's gift to man. Love is spiritual. It's not man-made. Humans never invented this thing called love. Otherwise, there would be nobody here. It's a God gift given to humanity so that we could exist. And the nature of God is love. It's the very essence of who He is. Love is from Him, and love is from Him for our lives and for our relationships. It's spiritual. It's powerful. It's God-sent. And and the scriptures in Romans says, and God has put His love in our hearts by His Spirit. Love is spiritual, and it's more spiritual than we realize. I've married hundreds of people. And when I look at people I'm marrying, some of the things that concern me is they don't understand that the spiritual part of our life must be awakened so that we can receive what God has given us. Love is very spiritual, actually, but love is never meant to be mystical. Don't confuse spiritual and mystical. The second thing is love flourishes. If it's love, it flourishes and should and will flourish in the right soil, like anything in the right soil, like weeds in the right soil, like roses in the right soil, like our lives in the right soil, like faith in the right soil, like love in the right soil. It will flourish. Paul prays that we would be strengthened with power by His Spirit in the inner man so that our faith would be rooted in His love. You see, our love will flourish if it's rooted in the love of God. It's not only, and let me just say, it's not only our faith that needs to be rooted in the love of God. Our whole lives must be rooted in the love of God, because everyone is looking at your life, not because they're looking, and we mustn't live so that people can see what's going on. But the truth is, when our lives are rooted in the love of God, we reflect the love of God for His praise and for His glory. Jesus said this, if you remain in me and you remain in my love, you will flourish. You'll be very fruitful. He said that out of His mouth. If you remain in me and you remain in my love, you will be very fruitful. Imagine that. Imagine going, I'm in love with this person, and my love for this person is going to flourish. It's going to be very fruitful. It's going to be beyond the things I ever imagined. It's going to be more and more and more. That was Paul's prayer, that your love may abound more and more and more. So love is spiritual, love flourishes, love is fruitful. And you go to Galatians chapter 5 and see what that fruitful love looks like. Love is peaceful. Love is kindness. Love is full of joy. You know when you say, how's your wife? Oh, she's all right. How long have you been married? 40 years. I don't need a medal, just need a new house. Where's the joy gone? Do you love her? Yeah, I love her. You can't love someone properly without joy. Fruit of the Spirit. Why are you always at each other? Why aren't you patient with each other? You can't love someone, say you love someone and you're impatient. You with me? You can't be as mean as a junkyard dog and say, hey, this is my sweetie. You're lying. We're lying. Love is kind and patient and full of joy and full of peace. That's what love is. That's what the fruit of love is. And love should be all in. It shouldn't be, I'm going to hold back my love just in case they don't love me. I'm going to give a little bit of my love, and maybe they're going to give me a little bit more. And then when they give me a little bit more, I'll give them a little bit more. And that's how we play that tag game. Love is all in, 100%. No such thing as 50-50. That's a fallacy. And we should love much, and we should let your love abound more and more, and that you should love well. I love that. Love well. Don't hold back. Give all. If I could say to Eddie and Lionel, give it all. Give all your love to each other. Can you tell them that in what I've just said? Don't hold back. So Paul, I'll close with this. Paul says something quite crazy. He says, love gets messy. I'm just saying it my way. Love gets messy. But it doesn't need to get gushy. Love is messy. For those of you who fall in love, it's messy, eh? It's just like, we work our way out. It doesn't know, it's just weird, but we are in love and we love, etc. It gets messy. It's okay. We make mistakes. It's okay. But love should never be gushy. You know, we sometimes in a relationship, we miss the mark. We do the wrong thing. We say the wrong thing. We don't say enough. We say too little. That it can go on. We're too selfish. We're too self-centered, etc., etc. And then that's mess. But when love gets gushy, it's because our feelings are controlling our lives. And so on the basis of that, if I'm feeling bad, my anger comes out bad. And my love comes out distorted. You with me? When our feelings are controlling our lives, life and relationship gets very gushy. It's just all weird and messy, bad messy. It's a feeling-driven love. I don't think there's such a thing, but I'm going to put it down. A feeling-driven love should never exist. When our feelings say when we should love, why we should love, how we should love, who we should love, we're in trouble at that point. That's gushy. Love should never be gushy. We need to put our emotions under our thumb before they become an irritation under someone else's skin. That's what we need to do. And we need to keep it real. Someone wrote a book called There are Different Types of Lovers. There's givers and takers and other kinds of lovers. We need to be in a relationship with each other. We need to be the other kind of lovers. Not the givers, not the takers. We need to be the other kind, the people who choose to love the way God has designed us to love from His love. Your relationship can work, Eddie and Lionel. Your relationship, your marriage can work if you work at your relationship. It's true with all of us. Boyfriend, girlfriend, who are here, your relationship can work if you work at your relationship the right way. It has to start with love.